Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Real Life Excel. Hope you're having a good day. Wanted to keep going on the portfolio, the stock portfolio that I've been building. So I added a couple more details here. I'm thinking about doing a portfolio that you can do a reoccurring monthly investment in. So here we have each of the stocks, how much money we can put in for each of these stocks for each month. And then, for example, we could just link it. Let's say I want to put $100 in Costco. It'll immediately flow into here saying, okay, you just bought another $100 in Costco. Based on the share price, here are the number of shares that you'll have, and then the total amount remaining, or I guess the total amount of Costco that you have, which will show up right here. So let's get to it. So right now I have the idea of doing $500 in investment. Let's change that to dollars. Get rid of the dollar sign right there. Keep going. So right now, 500, let's see. So there's right now 8 companies. So if I just go and select the 500, and maybe I just want to split it up evenly. Or that's how much it will be spread across evenly. Let me select those there. Now we have our $62.50 for each month. We can just drag that down. So here we can see every month we'll be putting aside $500. Let me do a quick formula just to show $500 each month. Make this a little bit prettier. Let's do a double thick bottom border. Make these bold, and now we can see we have our $500 investment every month. So now we got to start linking things. So if I do, so starting on the 28th, we'll do equals 1. Let's see. Now I got to start thinking about this. So equals 1 plus the value. So 1 plus the value, or I guess the number of shares that we can buy with $62. So it'll be 1 plus $62.50 divided by the share price at the time. Perfect. And here we're just going to need to start linking things to the previous cell. Let's do Alt HK for that. So we'll have there we go. So here we have our, just to keep it with the end of month, since we bought these February 28th, we'll just do it at the end of every month. And do that. So now we can see that we've invested 1 share. I guess that will need to continue getting updated. So B equals the above amount plus parentheses divided by the share price at the time, which is 1,024. Messed up one of the signs. And then we'll drag that over. And I think I might have missed the 30th of April. Yeah, I did. Okay, let's go back there and do that. So yeah, this is kind of a tedious point, tedious thing to do, and there's probably an easier way to do it. And my brain is thinking about finding a way to do this easier, but right now nothing comes to mind. So right now we're just doing it kind of a hard way of doing things. Divided by the share price that we have right now. Here we can see the number of shares is slowly creeping up as time goes on. Plus the investment that we want to do divided by the share price of the time. I guess, I wonder if we did this vertically, then maybe that would work easier. Let me try that on the next month. And 1.25. Just copy paste that over. selecting that, plus the summary E41, which is way down here. It's right here. So yeah, if I want to transpose this, let's see, transpose. Okay, never mind. Maybe I need to move it from, there we go. I'll delete that. HEA, I'm just going to clear out everything right there. And then we'll do Control X, move this here, THC, make that there. Move that over here for the monthly investment. So now you're just seeing the nitty-gritty of everything that I'm trying to do. And then we'll move these borders. There we go. We'll just add something there. Investment. I wanna, I should just link it. I should do some sort of linking from here and then giving a percentage spread out to each one of them. So we can do, for right now we can do this, just is that, do it right? Yeah, we'll just do that. Let me hard code that. Okay, cool. Now it's linking all to this. So if I do that, yep, 600, 700, let's go back down to 500. Okay, perfect. And then, yep, these are all going to be messed up since I changed the cell. I could have just started from there, but we'll go from here and do that. 1 plus, why am I doing 1? I need to link it from this cell, and then do that cell. Summary B40. B4. Okay, so it's linking it way too low over there. So I need to adjust this cell. B24 as well. Oh, no. B40, summary B18. Yeah, so it's B. Oh, it's because I'm. So since I'm jumping down 30 rows, it's going to jump down 30 rows from here as well. Smart brain. Oh well, we'll just keep tacking along. I'm thinking maybe if I could make this into a recording, I don't know, maybe just for fun, just add it. Doesn't hurt. Am I doing that? B25. I guess that could make it a little bit easier. So, summary B26. And then B27. Oh, we need to add a B there. Gotta tell it which column. Then we have B28. I'm just trying to double check. B29. I guess, so this should be all the way up to B18. So B18. Yeah, I don't know why I did it. Wow. Yeah, there's definitely got to be a faster way to do this, but that's why I'm here. Just to have fun and learn. Build some stuff. Make shit happen. Could highlight the days, the last day of the month as well to make it easier to stand out. Where were we? This is the 30th of September. This is B24. Perfect. And if I drag that over, that wouldn't work. Oh, I guess I could have built out the same calendar so that way I can just copy over. Yeah, that's another idea. That's a good idea. Although this is kind of concise. I could make a separate tab where it has it all completely built out, so including like every single day that we have right here. So I could do that. And this is the thing with some spreadsheets. You just come up with some ideas along the way and you're like, oh shit, this is actually good. Let's move that. Let's move that over. So now I can just do the 6250 for every end of month. So let me copy that as well here, and then just select the end of months, and then automatically or manually input the 6250 for each of those. So let's do that. Make a table. We'll select all the dates. Custom filter equals series characters. So I guess this would also be problematic to make it quicker. So last month, no. All dates and period. I guess we could just do this one by one. So 31, 9:30. Man, I'm taking you guys for a ride if you're making it this far. Now most of you aren't, which is totally cool, because I'm just rambling along just for the fun of it. Sometimes you just gotta build spreadsheets just for the fun of it. 62. And this is again where you guys can add some input on what I'm doing. You guys are probably saying, man, this guy's nuts. Like, why are you doing this? I think I just cut it off to 26 actually, so we can delete those. Okay. And now we can filter for the 62s. We can just copy those over. Clear the filter. Now we can see the, well, now we should bring back those 62s right here to the link to that 500. Should go right here. Okay. Investment. Then that. So now we have our 6250s, so we can just do this divided by 8 just for the companies that we have. Just 4. Okay, so since I'm doing it over multiple columns, it won't let me, which makes this a little bit longer. But I'm just trying to link everything to that 500 correctly. Sometimes you just gotta build the model out. Whoa. But yeah, this is a lot of the art of building portfolios or models on Excel. It's just a lot of variables, a lot of things that you can just think about. Say, oh hey, what if I do $600 a month? What if the performance of this stock is actually doing better than what I thought it was going to do? Or what if there's a recession? Blah 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 blah. That can always mess things up. So here is our main sheet, and I guess we could delete this, and we could just delete these columns. So delete those, and now we have our schedule. So I guess investment schedule. Now, if we go forward, select the last cell plus, instead of going to the summary and just doing it manually, we can do the schedule. And should do that, okay. Schedule, and then if I drag that down, yep, it should slowly start increasing. And it looks like it stopped at, yeah, on the 31st. So on the 31st, that's where we ended. And I still have the data for the 2027, but I just made it to 2026. And then here, I should, I guess we could link these to here as like levers that you can pull. So for example, if I want to change this to 100, this 100 would then flow in here. I guess the company. And we could probably just delete this, delete that. I just realized I made company as one of the stocks. Yeah, now let's see. Okay. So yeah, maybe change that. And I guess we don't need to add the 28th. Well, yeah, not the 28th. That. So let me move you guys over. Delete that cell. Oh, I broke the reference. Make that as a value. And we'll delete that. And let's be. Oh, yeah, it's picking up from that initial. Okay. So it should actually be this one. Shoot. I really should name this like random guy struggles to build an Excel model or spreadsheet. But in the, at least for me personally, usually these large working files have certain sheets or tabs that are more like show off or less complicated, and then other tabs kind of in the back tend to be more of the working tabs to then flow into this main summary or main one tab, for example. And I broke something, unsurprisingly. Investment ref, oh, it's because I deleted. So we're looking at the amount. Investment. Pissed it off because I added investment schedule twice. So there we go. And that should flow. Should be at 250. Yep. Okay, 250 shares. Perfect. Now I believe these should, and I literally already did these, but just double checking. Looking up to there, and then this is just summing. Well, I guess this is basically the big lever. So if I change this to 1,000, then all of these will change to 1,000 and then 125. And then the Costco should get updated. So let's see, 1,000. We have the 1,000, and now you can see it's doubling. It doubled the number of shares it can buy, which is pretty neat. Let's bring that back to 500. Cool. And so, I guess we could do some links to the investment schedule, which I guess, I guess I need to transpose this again. So let's copy, don't overlap. Well, there you go. Wait, do we need to transpose it? No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, we don't need to transpose it. Okay, I'm just rambling along. I guess in the meantime, we could just do it from the first one. So, and then just link it for the other ones. So, since we're only planning on changing it for 1 month and not changing, let's say, 750 for 1 month, 500 for 1 month, 1,000 for 1 month. Instead, we're just going to keep it 500 nice and steady, so that shouldn't be a problem. So if I change this to 1,000, then that should be 125. Although I got to do the inverse of that. So this needs to flow into here, actually. Okay. So actually, I do need to manually go in here and add all these. Joys of building a spreadsheet. So I guess, So if I change this to 1,000, I feel like I'm trying to do 2 different links when I shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. Investment schedule. But if I up this to 1,000, so I guess, yeah, I guess we could just do this as the working file instead. So this is where we actually do manual changes, and then here it's just a visual. Okay, yeah, that works better for me. So let's copy that down. And copy you guys as well. Rest here. So here, this is where things will manually change. So we could do 5,000. That will all change. I guess this monthly investment should just link to that. It's just the visual. So let's go to 500 again. Now we can see 6250 for each. So now that we have that one, we could go to this one for NVIDIA. So we'll do equals plus parentheses plus the amount invested in for NVIDIA divided by the future share price. Alt HK. And I know this is something that you should probably check with your own, I guess 401k, Roth IRA, whatever investment platform that you use, but that you can buy partial shares. I think nowadays it's becoming really, really more common to do partial shares when building out or when buying stocks for your portfolio. So that's pretty helpful. Yeah, and it just varies wildly depending on what the share value is. Cool. We're making progress. Equals plus 1, or I guess plus the number of shares And then we'll go to Microsoft, divided by, and we'll go to the share price at that time. Alt HK, drag that down. Here we can see it's 6.49. Keep doing that. So equals plus this JP Morgan for the 31st divided by the, this is right there, HK, drag that down. Now it's just automatically getting filled out. Let's see the summary tab. Yep, it's slowly starting to fill out the new values that we expect. The total number of shares at the end of it as of December 31st, 2026. And I changed the date just so I guess the available cash is not correct. Now, that's something that well, I guess we'll have to adjust this then depending on the shares, but that's a future problem. So I'll delete that. And this is based off the number of shares. Number of shares times, that's a future problem. So do previous shares plus parentheses the schedule. And the reason why I'm linking this over is if I just want to do 100, 100, 100, 50, 50, 50, or whatever the case may be, I can do that and it will automatically get adjusted. So yes, it's kind of a pain in the rear, but it's how it is. And that's flowing down. Perfect. Let's go to Apple equals plus the share price, or the amount that we want to buy every month. HK, and yep, slowly building up. Plus parentheses the amount that we want to invest in, divided by that amount. HK, we can see that slowly build up. And last but not least, we have 3M. 3M. Do that. Paste that down. There we have it. So now we can see a big summary of what we've invested in, how many shares we have of each. Just do this as well. Okay, make it a little bit cleaner. But now we can see the number of shares we expect to have depending on the date. So if we do the 31st, oh, I guess not. 31st of 2026. So share price. Is there no share price for the 31st of 2026 for NVIDIA? No, but for Costco there is. That is kind of odd. Huh. Date, start date. One. Let's see if I do the 30th. Yeah. Huh. Well, did that get updated? Let's do the 5th. Yeah, that does get updated. So why? Man, what did I do here? 8-2. Second column, I 131.26. There's no 131.26. Man, now I'm stumped. Holy cow. So for some reason, oh, it's because I added the falses here, and here I didn't. Yeah, so it'll try to pick up an approximate match of that date. So that's why. So let me just get rid of that. There we go. Let's do that. So I believe it'll pick up the next closest date. So let's see, 81363. 81363. Yep, that makes sense. So now we have our portfolio that we can change around and see our future expectations of returns. Let's go to the 28th. So here we can see at this point in time we expect $700 in gains. If we look at the prior month, only, well, 691. Now we have $600 in gains, which is pretty helpful. Then if we want to change the investment amount, so let's just say instead of dividing it by 8, we'll do by 10. And I guess this is something that I could also build out, like a weight, automatically changing the weights in here, like in a little separate area, change the weights, and then that will flow into here. But that's a future problem. But I could technically change the monthly investment instead of just 500. It will just across the board do 1250, and then this will all get updated accordingly, depending on the investment. So let's just say if our monthly investment is 0, that'll all change here and here, here. Now we can see we'll just have our gains or losses that we calculated in the previous video. But if I add $1,000 spread evenly across all these 8 companies, then we can see how much our current portfolio would be with that $1,000 monthly investment. Here we can see the breakdown of all the payments. Cool. So yeah, this video was a lot more of a ramble than actually explaining anything. So obviously let me know if there's anything glaring that you see that could be fixed, or you just want to yell at me and be like, oh hey, you should probably do this instead of that, etc., etc. Feel free to do that in the comments. I really appreciate all the support past couple of days and weeks, and I'll talk to you